Ghost is a play by Henrik Ibsen, who lived from 1826 to 1906. He is considered one of the greatest playwrights of the 20th century, and his works, including this one, have profoundly impacted dramatic literature. In this video, we intend to review the play and also share the information about what we've been able to gather about it.
The play is set in late 19th century in the country of Norway. It takes place at the Albin family house and it introduces us to the family's situation, which currently consists of Mrs. Albin, who wants to open an orphanage, Oswald, Mrs. Albin's son, who has returned from Paris after studying art abroad, and Mr. Albin, who has passed away. During the first act, we're introduced to Engstrand, the family's carpenter, and Regina, their new maid, and also his daughter. While Regina is working as a maid in the Alvin's house, Engstrand wants to open a sailor establishment and urges her to prostitute herself there. After she refuses, Engstrand leaves and are introduced to Pastor Manders, who is an evangelic Lutheran pastor. He talks to Regina to try to get her to go to work with her father. Afterwards, Oswald arrives and gets in a discussion with Manders. Manders asks Mrs. Alvin how she let Oswald be that way and also gets criticized because she left her husband for a while. She confesses that Regina is the result of Mr. Alvin's affair with the previous maid. Afterwards, we are shown that Oswald has a deep affection towards Regina. As Mrs. Alvin is trying to tell Oswald and Regina the truth, they realize that the orphanage has caught fire. Engstrand and Manders enter and say that the orphanage is lost to the fire. They leave and Mrs. Alvin tells the truth to Oswald and Regina. Oswald tells Mrs. Alvin that he is really sick and he slumps away in his chair as the sun comes up.
Realism is a movement in art, which took place in the mid-19th century, France. It later spread to the rest of Europe, including Norway, and soon after to the whole world. The main focus of this movement is to root out the so-called fantastic and romantic, and to insert in what is real. Truly, through realisms, story elements can be expressed in a believable and organic way. This is because realism imitates everyday life, through the actions and thoughts of characters. Henrik Ibsen, as the author of the play, really uses and exploits realism. We dare to say that it is the play's main dramatic appeal, for Ibsen is known as a master of the realism genre. The play really portrays people's attitude and dialogue in a more common and normal way than other plays from the time. He manages to blend this perfectly while creating his masterful melodrama.
In our opinion, the play is a wonderful work of the 19th century. It manages to perfectly mix the romantic characteristics and deep characters of a melodrama with the nitty-gritty that makes realism believable. As such, Henrik Ibsen's play will always be remembered as a masterwork of contemporary times.
That's why we give it
Our Booktuber rating
of 10 out of 10!